Right, first up, Deadpool. You were the first to jump into this madness. Whoa, what are your thoughts on it?
What's shaking, bacon?
I see you've still got food on the mind. How are you holding up?
I'm still in mourning.
I understand. The X-Mansion is in shambles. Cyclops and Colossus got left behind to fight the Black Order, and the fate of the universe itself.
I was talking about the tacos.
Even with everything going on, all you can think about is food?
Pretty much. Food and otters. I mean, those things may look all cute and fuzzy, but they will bite your ankles off if you give them the chance. And I have. More than once.
We should probably get moving.
Good point. You never know what you'll find in a weird dimension like this. But in my experience, it's usually more otters than tacos, if you know what I mean.
Unfortunately, I do not. And Captain America is actually one of Deadpool's biggest advocates. It was Captain America who actually allowed Deadpool to become a member of the Avengers.
What? You have yet more questions?
How much do you know about this place?
The Dark Dimension is a plane of reality corrupted by sinister energies and ruled by a magic-wielding madman.
So you must feel right at home.
No one, mutant, human, or otherwise, should feel comfortable in this wretched place.
Then we should probably look for an exit, right?
Yes, and we would be wise to do so before Dormammu detects our presence. He is not fond of visitors.
Great, as if this place didn't feel unwelcoming enough.
We have not yet even begun to see a fraction of this dimension's horrors.
I imagine you have questions?
Only 1,000. I can think of a few. Yep, there we go again. For instance, where in the world are we? Even if we are still in this world.
We are not in our world.
Oh, thank you.
Not anymore. But I have seen this realm before. It is known as the Dark Dimension. And for good reason.
Dark Dimension? That does not sound good.
It is most definitely not. This is a warped reality governed by dark magic. The laws of nature as we know them do not apply here.
Then why did you bring us here?
As I said, my magic works in unusual ways. We needed somewhere to hide from the Black Order. This is the best I could conjure up.
Well, I hope we can find a way out.
More importantly, I hope we can find a way out alive.
Yeah, well, death was not the way I was going to find my way out, Wanda. Jesus. Okay, pokey. So I'm going to talk to Beast in a second, just in case he gets the game moving forwards. I don't think he does, but I'm going to talk to him in a second because my computer's showing signs like it's going to stop recording my audio again. So I'm going to cut this one off here, quickly make sure everything's all right with the computer, and then I will be back in a moment. Rightio, we are good to go. Everything is sorted. There is no way I'm having my voice stop recording like it did back at Avengers Tower. All these threats that we need to deal with here in the Dark Dimension, the last thing we need is any threats attacking us in the real world. But real quick, before we get moving, while I was sorting that out, I did realise that we had run out of ability orbs, the ones that says times 25 at the bottom there. We need them to rank up the character. It's one of the few things I dislike about this game is you don't really get as many of them as you need throughout the main story unless you check every single nook and cranny. So it kind of forces you into stopping the main story and playing the Infinity Trials to get more of them if you want to rank up more characters. If you're just playing with the same 4 teammates throughout the whole game, you'll find enough throughout the story. But if you want to play with different characters and rank up different characters as you go, you kind of are forced into playing the Infinity Trials to get more of those ability orbs. So it's kind of frustrating. So while I sorted that out, I quickly went and did a few Infinity Trials just to make sure we have enough of those ability orbs so we can rank up our characters as time progresses forward through in this game. But with that being said, let's go talk to Beast and let's find out what the Dark Dimension has in store for us.
Salutations, my colleague in cosmic chaos.
And the alliteration begins again. Hi Beast, sorry you got mixed up in all this.
Fret not, fellow freedom fighter. I've witnessed worse tangles on my hairbrush in the midsummer heat.
So you're not worried about what's happening?
Quite the opposite. What you see as a potentially perturbing problem, I see as an amazing adventure just waiting to unfurl.
So much alliteration. Like, Spider-Man cracks jokes when he gets nervous. Is this what you do when you get nervous? You just try and flex your vocabulary a little bit? Vocabulary? God, I can't even speak. See, this is why I'm not you. You sure have a positive way of looking at things.
Some consider that to be my other mutant power. Beyond being devastatingly handsome, of course.
Hey, look at that. He went one sentence without alliterating. Well done, Beast. You're growing as a person. Glad you to have a guy like you on our side.
The honor is all mine, my courageous companion.
Back to the status quo. Alright, let's get out of here before he just starts speaking in riddles or something. Rightio, so first off, every time you jump down one of these holes, you always want to check behind you, because the game is known for hiding crates and orbs and stuff that you need behind there, thinking you're not going to go back and check it. So definitely go and check out all that sort of stuff back there.
Mindless ones. Their only instincts are to defend this dimension and to conquer others.
Hey, I landed the role of mindless one on this team fair and square. No way I'm letting those dudes steal my deal.
Rightio, so I'm probably going to use Nightcrawler throughout the majority of this start bit, because he's not going to be on my team for very long. So let's try and get as much use out of him now while we can, and I'll switch over to Psylocke a little bit later on. And look at that! It's nice to know that even here in the Dark Dimension, wherever the hell this is, they still have goodies and orbs and crates that we can unlock. Probably not as many as Xavier was hoarding, but at least a fair amount.
Jump in any time now, darlings. These monsters won't hunt themselves. We've got to stop these beasties before they overflow into our reality.
Elsa Bloodstone. Now, what a unique character to put in this game. And I'll be honest with you, I only know who Elsa Bloodstone is because I read the Avengers Arena story, which, by the way, is a great story. If you ever want to read something that's a little bit different from the norm, read Avengers Arena. It's basically Marvel's take on Hunger Games. And what it does is it gets loads of the younger, potentially lesser-known characters in the Marvel Universe and basically puts them in a Hunger Games scenario. Loads of young Avengers, loads of younger mutants, maybe a couple of the younger Thunderbolts. And it puts them in a Hunger Games style arena. And if you're thinking, oh, it's Marvel, they're not going to kill off a bunch of kids, then you will be surprised. They kill off a bunch of kids. But it's only because of that book that I even know who Elsa Bloodstone is.
Tea? Anyone?
Yeah, as I said, if it wasn't for that story, I wouldn't know who Elsa Bloodstone is. It was only because her younger brother was one of the kids that was put in the Avengers Arena that I even know who she is. But I suppose if you're going to be in the Dark Dimension full of monsters, then you're going to want your resident monster hunter on your team.
How many lumps, darling?
I think we've all taken enough lumps for today.
Oh, the fun's just getting started. This dimension is teeming with lovely leviathans like that.
Oh, goody. How did you end up here anyway?
I'm a monster hunter, dear. So when a rift opens in downtown London and giant stone brutes pour out, it's my job to stop them. Even if it means delivering them back home myself.
There are other rifts like the one we came through?
I've seen a few, yeah. Haven't figured out a way to close them yet, though. Bit of might busy keeping those golems from invading our world and all.
And speaking of rifts, should we be worried that right now Nightcrawler is running Elsa Bloodstone through with a longsword? I think you got a massive rift going through your gut right now. We need to find one way to close those portals fast.
You go right ahead, love. I've got my eye on something else. Something shiny.
Ooh, treasure have you got your eyes on? Will do, pray tell. Nightcrawler is one swashbuckler of the briny sea himself. Man, I had real trouble saying that.
Magic.
The hunt is on.
Powering these portals is unusual, even for the Dark Dimension.
Well, if anyone knows portals, it's our resident teleporter Nightcrawler. Yeah, I've heard Elsa Bloodstone is actually quite a decent character. She packs a powerful punch. She's good at taking down stagger bars or does damage. One of the two, I can't remember. She's good at ranged attacker. And she seems like quite a cool character. Got like a bit of a steampunk thing going on. But I haven't really used her that much. But I have heard she's actually apparently a decent character. She packs quite a punch.
I fathom I've already jumped through enough holes in reality for one day, sweetie.
Be on the lookout for anything unusual in that region.
Again, how is Nick Fury contacting us right now? Surely we should be looking into that. If he can contact us, maybe we can find a way home through that interaction. What do we have here? Rush. Defeat 40 enemies or more in the raft. Oh, no, 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 no. I don't want to do that. Should definitely don't want to start doing that now. But yeah, as I said, I did a few Infinity Rifts just to unlock some of those ability points and those ability orbs. I may do some on camera at some point in the future, but I don't have any plans on doing it right now during this walkthrough.
Another rift. It's as if the fabric between dimensional planes is beginning to shred. Can't let the mindless ones cross to the other side.
Well, as we said, Nightcrawler might be our resident teleporter.
Artifact is releasing powerful arcane energy. Could it have something to do with the rift?
But Scarlet Witch is the one who knows all about chaos magic and alternate dimensions.
The magic from this artifact is somehow powering the rift. Maybe destroying it will close the portal and keep the darkness from seeping into other dimensions.
Yep, fair enough as far as I'm concerned. And while we're here, if Scarlet Witch says jump, we say how high. And if she says just destroy rifts, we destroy rifts. And always check out behind us to make sure there's nothing we're missing. Oh, careful, Cap! Jesus Christ. Nearly jumps right off the edge. We need you here, buddy. And also do remember, while you're fighting in places like this, where there is an edge, where characters can fall off, you can fall off. That also means enemies can fall off. So, don't... Oh, there you go. Hulk, perfect example. Don't worry about trying to knock down their health and kill them. If you're near an edge, just knock them off the edge. Make life easier for yourself. Rightio, Bashy says there's rifts here, and they're rifts of different colour. We've got blue rifts, and I believe over there we've got a yellow rift, and what we need to do is destroy the spheres like this one above us that match the colour. So if we destroy this yellow sphere, we should be able to get through this weird yellow rift that's blocking our path.
My tale's just begun.
And theirs has just ended. Ooh, and I see an orb down there. That's why I'm keeping my eye open for that one. On guard, you weird, strange, interdimensional sphere.
Of course, the magical signature of each artifact seems to correspond with a similarly colored rift.
But don't get too distracted by the shiny portals and rifts. Still be on the lookout for gateways like this. We might be in a strange land, but I'm still definitely on the lookout for goodies. I think we're going to need every edge we can get in this fight. Because every step we take forwards looking for Infinity Stones, it's taking us to stranger and stranger locations. Somehow, I don't get the impression that's going to get any easier with time. Well, while these guys are all knocked off the edge, let's start taking down this sphere.
These relics come in so many colors, yet not one goes with my outfit. Pity that.
Ooh, I nearly went back through the portal again. Oh, just go off the edge, mindless one. There we go. Your grip can't be that good. Oh, Nightcrawler with that teleported aim. Make sure we're not missing anything back here. No, 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 that's the way we came. All right, onwards and upwards, team. I've got to say, even though I'm not having Nightcrawler on my team for the majority of this game. I am really enjoying using him right now. I just wish he had some better attacks, some more damaging attacks, because I really, really wanted Nightcrawler to stay on my team.
This rift is different. Stronger. I can feel it. It is beyond the point where smashing some trinkets will feel it.
Yeah, well, I'm still definitely going to give it a try, though. Power of elimination and all that jazz. Yeah, but as I've said before, maybe once this walkthrough's done and I decide just to play through the game again, not showing you guys like how to defeat it and all that sort of stuff, but just for fun, maybe I'll pick a team of characters that are just my favourite, as opposed to the team that are best suited for the job. Anyway, I just realised I've been playing them with Nightcrawler this whole time, and speaking of teaching you guys how to play the game, I've never actually shown you his other abilities. So, yeah, the one I'm using most is obviously his Tail Whip one, which does a lot of damage. Let's destroy this sphere while we're here. And of course, you've seen the one that I used to destroy the orbs. But also, he has a swashbuckling one where he teleports forwards and just jabs them with a sword. And he has one where it's an aimed ability where he teleports and lands down and slashes the enemies, which is good for if you want to fight bosses and not get too close. But to be honest, by far the most favourite ability for Nightcrawler is his Tau Slash. It's good for knocking enemies back, and it's just good for, oh, perfect, clearing out enemies. Oh, bye-bye, mindless ones. Ah, just perfect.
Applause, please.
See that one? That's Nightcrawler's extreme attack is also, again, kind of like a clearing attack. It's very, very reminiscent of the Wasp's attack, and it's actually very similar to Spider-Gwen's as well. Off you go! Oh, if I can get to the other side of these guys, you can follow your friends off the cliff. Right, anyway, why am I attacking these mindless ones when I can just be eliminating this last sphere? Keep slashing away! Oh, so close.
It is as I feared. More powerful magic will be needed to mend this fracture. I will have to handle this one myself.
Not even the fire of hell itself can contain me. When there is vengeance to be delivered. Hope you heroes don't mind some help.
Where we are right now, any help would be welcomed, but of all the things I thought was going to come out of that dimensional rift, I've got to say, I'm glad it was Ghost Rider. Oh, bomb, baby! Yeah, I'm not normally a fan of the supernatural side of Marvel. I'm a fan of supernatural shows and the supernatural genre in general. But in regards to Marvel, I've never really got into the supernatural side of it. Blade, Ghost Rider, even some elements of Doctor Strange, I've just never really been a fan of. But Ghost Rider is definitely a welcome addition. While we're in the Dark Dimension, Scarlet Witch, Elsa Bloodstone, Ghost Rider, you're our leads. You're the ones who are going to be teaching us how to navigate through this place. Yeah, as you can see, whip round that chain. He also breathes fire out of his mouth, and it's just such a satisfying attack to watch. Oh, look at that. See, look, he acts all gruff and he acts all angry, but really deep down, he just wants to be loved. Oh, see, look, he feels pain as well. He's really just a deep down hurt individual who wants to be loved. Is that fire around your skull actually coming up from the inside of your heart? Ah, he's a poet, deep down inside. Nightcrawler, you could use a few of these health orbs. Oh man, look at that! Ignoring Nick Fury's advice once again. Gunners, take him down first in a fight. One of these days I'm actually going to pay attention to that helpful hint.
Applause, please.
Something with a soul to fight next time. That's right.
If you like this video and want to see more going forwards, please consider pressing the like button. It really helps the channel to grow. If you're new here, definitely subscribe and always push that notification bell to be notified of all future videos going forward.